hello there, YouTube. I was going through comments and whatnot and had this, oh man, it's gonna slow my roll here. A truck just pulled out in front of me. Anyway, I think it was yesterday, it was a comment that got snagged in my spam filter on YouTube. You gotta look at those things because they'll stuff will get stuffed in there and you don't realize it. But anyway, it got put in the spam because he had put a hyperlink to my or to his channel. But anyway, it's a cool guy's name is, he goes by Pete F. Pete and then F as in Frank. But anyway, he just bought himself a brand new Harley iron, and so it's the coolest thing is his very first MotoVlog he takes on his very first ride on his Harley. I don't know if all you guys here in the States know how they well, I don't know anything about how they do it. I've just seen enough videos that I'm assuming this is the way all the dealers do it. But it appears that the dealers only have enough bikes basically for you to test ride or something. That's what it appears. Is like they're just really small shops as far as showroom goes. Have units there for you to look at and ride, but I think the ones that you purchase, they order. So you go in, you decide your bike. Now you guys from UK correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've seen over and over and over. But you decide on what bike you want, you purchase it, and then the bike is later delivered to you. And if you want accessories or whatever, all that is installed prior to it being dropped off at or near your home. So quite a bit different how we do it here. There's ones you ride, and then there's ones that you purchase. Or if you do it like Harley does, when you go in and specifically target a bike you wanna, this is really gonna bug me to have to follow this guy in his truck all the way out here. This kind of ruins the whole ride here, doesn't it? But anyway, I mean, I don't take the back roads to follow some goofy guy in a pickup truck. But anyway, the way Harley does it, when you take a bike for a test ride, that VIN number is assigned to you when you sign the waiver and all that stuff. And should you buy the bike, you will buy the one you test rode. You know, if you just absolutely say no, I'm not interested in all, let's try something else, then obviously something else will come up. But just the same way it was with this iron and the Street Glide, the last two new Harleys I bought, they're assigned to you, and that's the one you buy. So you better not do anything stupid to it on your test ride. Like, you know, they give you the little spiel, you know, about not lugging it, don't over rev it, you know, the typical stuff you do like during a break-in type of thing, you know. And you know, they'll joke with you and say, really, you need to pay attention to this, because this will be the bike you're buying, the one you're riding right now. But anyway, how cool is that? Do your first motovlog on your first ride of your brand new Harley iron. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel below. I think he had like 3 or 4 videos, and before I left I seen he posted another one. And not unlike me, he makes them a little long, which is cool. I prefer to settle in and watch a video, become a part of the deal. I'm sure some of mine just go on and on and on, and you guys are going, shit, this sucker won't shut up, it's never going to end, you know, I got something to do. beautiful. The horses sitting out there eating. So I forgot my mirror. It's in my other coat. I thought I had it in this Harley coat, but it's in my first gear mesh jacket. It's way the hell too cold to be wearing that mesh jacket, even with the liner in it. Not that this one has much more. It's a textile jacket, but it has like some kind of a layer. It's like a waterproof layer and stuff that's in it. Water resistant. It looks like it's waterproof. The way the thing zips up, I'm assuming it's waterproof. It seems to be it's got waterproof zippers on the vents, which are all very much so closed right now. It's 62 degrees out here. And I may be switching to my other gloves. I did bring my backpack as I always do. The trout hatchery unit. What do we got here? Is that a buzzard or a hawk? See the big bird sitting in the tree? It's a nasty old turkey buzzard. Yeah. How'd those things get huge? And things get as big as a freaking eagle. They really get big. You know, I still haven't fixed my straps from because I have to loosen the straps on my backpack to get it over my my bag that I use on trips. And I've never I drew everything back up again for riding with it on my back instead of strapped to my motorcycle. But when I do that, I need to tie up the extra length of the strap, or it just beats the heck out of me going down the road. It'd be wild to live out here by a fish hatchery. It seems a little weird, but that would be cool though. So, we're under this extreme, I think they'd haul you away to jail if you started a fire. But we have got absolutely some crazy downpours. So there is no fire hazard anymore. And any fire that was still alive anywhere in this area is long, long, long gone. Holy moly. I'm just not quite sure that much rain can fall out of the sky. Man, there must be some serious fish going on here to have this many people out here camping and stuff. I took my polarizer filter off and I see the sharp edge of the blackout case. I keep thinking something's sticking out my nose piece. Just have a different view. Yeah, it's got to be some kind of a tournament or something. These guys look like fishermen that don't mess around. It's funny, there's certain places you go on a Harley that is just not in character. And hanging down at a fishing boat ramp, I think definitely classifies as one of those. This is not in character. Oh, look how clear that water is. Man, it's beautiful. Look at this young lad toting his boat around in a Honda Civic. That's pretty cool. I used to haul stuff all around back in the 80s with a little 87 and then later 88 Honda Civic. And I used to pack my ATVs and motorcycles all over hell's half acres. Why would you not ride in a nice, comfortable, air-conditioned car instead of an old rattlebox pickup truck, Plus, a lot of times we'd go to the sand dunes and stuff with the four-wheelers, and we take the kids and stuff out there with us. In fact, it was at Sand Lake, just outside of Tillamook, Oregon, that my oldest daughter, Ashley, learned how to walk. It was one of the riding friends that was there. She was staying in the pits, it's like a pit area. It's all paved now, but it was just a sand they kind of poured some gravel in there to make the sand more firm, but so you could park. But anyway, holding a, what do they call those long marsh, that beach grass? I used to know the name for it. I want to call it monkey grass, but that's not what it is. But anyway, having her hold on to that and basically tricked her into taking steps. So Kelly and I go out for a ride on the four-wheelers and come back, and our daughter had learned how to walk. Taught by a stranger. Well, she wasn't a stranger, a friend, but still. They go, look what I taught your daughter. And I'm like, oh man. You know, if I did something like that, we're not crazy sentimental about that kind of stuff, but some people absolutely would freak out over something like that. How dare you? You know, us, the parents, are supposed to see our child take its first steps, you know. So in lieu of that, if I was to teach some kid to walk like that gal did, I just wouldn't even say a word. It'd be a nice little surprise when they get home. But she's been a walking and carrying on ever since. In fact, I haven't even looked at the vlog, but I did a vlog where I drove to the Longview store because her and her fiance came down from Tacoma and picked up my oldest son, and they're all going to hang out up in Tacoma for a few days. He had several days off, and they all decided they wanted to hang out together. It's cool how your kids are so close. You know, they do anything for each other. It's pretty wild. I know, God, it seems like so many families that, you know, all the spouses go off different directions. Not that it's a common thing by any means, but, you know, I've seen it. Where all the kids, you know, basically hate each other. They start tolerating each other, you know, when they get in their 20s and 30s type of thing. But hell, my oldest daughter, good Lord, she just turned 29. 29 years old. I have a child 29 years old. That's crazy. Absolutely nuts. But, you know, life and time goes on. But it's just amazing, you know, that you look back and all that time just kind of goes by. Man, it's always nice to ride this iron. It's just so, you know, don't get me wrong, it's not because it's like comfortable or anything like that. It's rough and raw, but I think that's the appeal to it. You know, it doesn't do anything to like hurt you or make you want to crash or anything like that, but it I don't know, just rough and raw, and just there's this weird attraction to it. You can't help it. I'm getting bugs on my shield. I hope. Ow, man! I don't think that was a bug. I think a rock came off my front tire, smacked me right in the top of the leg. Anyway, watching Pete bomb around on his iron there in the UK just gave me this undying desire to go for a ride. He bought the I think it's their hard candy paint, the high glitter. He got the silverish gray. I know Harley has a technical name for it, but it's like a gray or a silver with the high metallic, and I think they call that hard candy is what Harley refers to it. It's wild to see Harleys in different colors. Like on the two trips, I seen two of the I think Harley calls it the sand camo. It looks like a, you know, a desert sand military color, you know. It's weird to see an iron, you recognize the bike, but you know, seeing it in a different color just has a funky look to it. So, you know, the app Periscope. So Harley did this thing in Portland, Oregon. I wish I'd have known they were doing it, because obviously it was live, because I sat there and watched it live on Periscope. And anyway, they revealed the 2016 iron and 48, and I think they introduced one of the new CVOs, and but anyway, or maybe it was a bike that has like CVO stuff but it's not a CVO. I don't recall what it was. But anyway, the main thing was them bombing around downtown Portland on the 2016 iron and 48. Well, I guess a guy from motorcycle.com or something was bombing around. I don't know if he went across a set of tracks or whatever it was, but he buried the suspension to the point that it went beyond the feeler peg and actually hit the clutch cover and took the back wheel out from under him. That's my only drawback of these things when they're stone stock is, of course, they greatly improved the suspension on the 2016 Sportsters across the board. They got some high-end shocks, and now they're cartridge-style forks. But still, you know, it's got that squatted look to it, which Harley loves to do. And anyway, look at that. Look at the Canadian geese. Now that's just like maybe 75 to 100 feet above me, but this GoPro probably made it look like they were on the moon. But you don't get that submersive, like, you're riding along with me feeling if I kick it out of Super View and go into a more normal view where you'd see all that stuff real clear. So there's a compromise, and even though things in the distance don't show up well, overall I think there is people everywhere. But there's more of these fishermen down here too. But anyway, it's a very submersive feeling, that the Super View. And I'm sure you guys know, or if you've paid any attention to it, what the Super View is it's basically using an almost square 3/4 picture thing, like which is what a lot of phones, of course that's changing too, but point and shoot cameras and stuff like that, it's damn near a square format. You know, 4/4 would be, you know, would be a 1-to-1, it'd be a square. So anyway, they take that, and then with software, so you get the wider view, you know, instead of just having, you know, this letterboxed effect. They're taking the very square, taking everything from the sensor and just stretching it out. It's all a trick with software. So that's why you get some of those pretty extreme looking angles when you pass like poles and stuff. They'll all twist and do weird things. It's like an extreme fisheye look. Barrier Dam boat launch. Need to see what the miles is on this thing. The old tranny in this thing, she makes makes all kinds of noise. But that's just the way they are. It's not a fault or anything. But that barrier dam's out there, which is kind of cool. Maybe I'll ride you out there towards the end of that when I come back. You know, I have a feeling it's very, very quiet out here. And these people can clearly hear me talking because I keep getting them like snatching and looking back at me. Of course, they might just be hearing the motorcycle too, but it's like not until the last minute they look. It's amazing what people can stuff in those little tiny cars. I think that's cool, being all creative and packing things into a smaller car, because you're just so light and nimble. It's like it's like traveling on a sport bike, you know. You get everything just tucked in there just the right way. What the hell are these ducks doing out here? Like they're chasing each other or something. Oh, never mind. I see what they're doing. Man, look how low that water is. That is crazy. I mean, you don't normally see all them rocks and stuff going through there. Look how far them fishermen are out on the water out there. Well, it must be some season for something here, because they are going crazy out here, aren't they? Some trees out here. See one laying over there, but it's definitely open out here. They must be afraid this cliff's gonna fall, because they got it blocked off, and they can see where they're pouring more gravel in spots. It's amazing all the plumbing stuff. See how they got that all blocked off? Obviously that cliff right there is unstable. And this one you can drive out to. They actually just pushed a bunch of gravel out there and made a walkway basically out of it. I'll get you up here so you can see the spillway. Man, when them salmon are spawning, you'll see them great big old suckers. It's amazing they can jump that far in the air and go up those dams like that. Hope you guys can see that okay. Oh, there's a salmon trying to get up right there. I don't know if you guys can, you probably can't see any of that from here. You probably just see this very, very distant waterfall. It's like a sediment dam kind of a thing. Just go around this car, run over a Coors can. Well, I've been rattling on for a while here. Get up to the exit of this thing and probably slip out on you. Maybe we'll go up here to the Merwin Dam. I'm just right down the road from it at this point. That whole complex out there is fish hatchery. And, you know, oddly enough, there's houses out there. I wonder if the people that work here live in those houses. I mean, it just seems odd that you would have your house right in a fish hatchery, just like the other one we went to. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to roll out on you here for a bit. I'll come back. We'll chit-chat about something else. It'll just be some other vlog. Hopefully it's one I'll use. But I appreciate you guys coming around for just a little troll on the iron. Kelly's off doing some stuff with her friend, doing crafting, some kind of pottery stuff. She's gonna be gone for a couple hours. I said to myself, old Pete F has got me in a mood to take the iron for a ride. So here I am. I'm just taking you guys along. Just going for a Sunday afternoon stroll. So I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later now. Bye-bye.